Hey, good morning and welcome to Breakthrough Walls. I'm Ken Walls and I'm your host. And I got to tell you guys something. Today, you are in for an unbelievable treat from a guy that you'll see. This is going to be an amazing interview. So, do me a favor and do all your friends and all of your family a favor and share this out so they're not left in the dark. You're not going to believe this guy's story. It's amazing. So stay with us. We'll be right back. I've got the one and only Vinney Chopra on the show today. Share this out. And we are back, and I am going to bring the one, the only Mr. Vinney Smile Chopra on the show. Vinney, welcome.
Thank you, Ken. I just can't hide my excitement. I'm telling you, I'm thrilled to be on your show. You're an icon in the industry, and I thank you. I value your friendship, and Walter and you and Mark Victor Hansen and all the great people, and Dr. Judy, Ruby, right
Ruby.
last week. Yeah.
Amazing. Well, Vinney, I'm honored that I was on your show recently. And I know that you are you're very accomplished, but you haven't always been very accomplished, and I can't wait to have you share your journey with my audience. So I started this, it's been about 4 years ago now. In fact, on April 24th, so in 5 days is my 4-year anniversary of starting this show. And it was literally to help people get unstuck, because I think we all go through the crap in life, and a lot of people get stuck. Yes. So why don't you start with telling everybody where you were born and raised?
I'm from India originally, Ken, and I was born in Moti Bagh, Moti Bagh, in South Delhi.
Okay.
In very humble beginning. I have 6 siblings, in the family, and in a poor. I don't know what to say, but we lived in 1-bedroom apartment. 6 siblings and my mom and dad, so 8 of us.
Wow.
In 1-bedroom apartment and 1 living room and a hallway.
Wow. Are you serious?
Yes.
My gosh. Wow. And how long now were you there your entire childhood?
I was, as a matter of fact, all the way to high school. Even I went to college. I did an engineering school. We were still in Moti Bagh. Then my dad did build a beautiful home in east of Kailash. And at that time, 2.5-story, very beautiful home was built for 70,000 rupees. I still remember that. 70,000, which is nothing.
How much is that in US dollars?
Oh my gosh, now it's $70 to 1 now. 70 rupees to $1. So it's only like $170.
$1,000.
$1,000.
Oh my gosh. Are you serious? Wow.
This is 1969 I'm talking about now.
Wow.
1969.
Oh my gosh. $1,000 for a 2.5-story home. So growing up in India, I mean, a lot of people have seen, and I have a lot of friends in India. And I was talking to one of my good friends, and I said, I don't know anything about India. I saw the Slumdog Millionaire movie, and he said, it's not like that. Don't watch that movie. It's not like that. Is that true? It's not like that?
It's a combination. See, we are about 80 80% of our population. I don't know really right now, but that was farming population, right? Very poor outside the metro areas of, Delhi, Bombay,
Yeah.
Madras, Calcutta, like that. So a lot of villages have very, very poor conditions, right? It's
Wow.
improved a lot. It's improved a lot. But Slumdog Millionaire, that was really what was shown around Bombay in that movie.
Yeah. Wow. So you went to college, and what was it like though? I mean, so you grew up in a tiny one bedroom apartment with 8 people in there. I mean, you had no privacy.
Very little privacy for sure. One
Oh my
bathroom, one kitchen, right? And a small backyard. I remember, but in the summer months, we would put our cots out in the front of our house or apartment. Actually, this was two-story, quarters, we call
yeah,
them, government
yeah,
quarters. My
yeah.
dad worked for the finance department, we could say, in a humble beginning. And I would go to school. Are you ready? Walking. I literally remember those days in a tent school, no building or anything. And
Oh
when
my
it will rain, we have to go home because the water will come into the classroom.
oh my gosh. So that's what you call humble beginnings.
With
That
no television, no refrigerator, and we didn't have of course, no telephone and no cars or no anything, just a cycle, actually,
oh my
bicycle, not motorcycle. That's how I grew up until I was like in 10th grade, I think, and
wow.
using public transportation and walking. I mean, that's all my life was. And I was very thin boy, by the way. A lot of people don't know. A lot of people tell me I'm a pencil. I mean, with that, little bit bashing and some kind of, people teasing me and so forth like that.
Yeah.
But I overcame that.
Did you grow up working? Did you grow up did you do like did you work on things to make money for the family?
No, that's a good point. I did not. And I think maybe at that time, my mind was not into the entrepreneurship like I teach now. At the
Yeah.
age of 14, one should really get going and form an LLC and, get a 401k and,
Yeah.
get a savings account like that. At that time, I was not knowledgeable enough. I think the other part was I was very studious because I really wanted to learn and be the best in the class and everything. And I topped in my junior high school. I think I topped in the whole district. I never
Wow.
say those things, but my grandma, I still remember I was very much loved by my grandpa and grandma. And she took, I don't know, 1 ton of laddus. These are like sweets, Indian sweets. And
Yeah.
she wanted to give them out to the family and friends and neighbors because I topped in the education, exam or something. I remember that.
Wow. So you ended up going to college,
Yes.
and I don't know how it works in India, but did you have to pay for that, or was that your family?
I'm glad you brought it up again. I don't say these things, but I got a merit scholarship because
Oh,
I did in the high school really high ranking in the
wow.
grades. My dad really instilled in us to study. Actually, after dinner, he would hold a school. I say that in my book also. He will hold a school every night where we were supposed to study what teacher was going to teach next day. So he was
Wow.
very, very a big disciplinarian, and I really appreciate him so much because that instilled with me the kind of qualities I have of discipline, goal setting, and studying, inquisitive, all that. So I
Yeah.
always wanted to be an engineer. In Indian culture, you become a doctor or an engineer.
Right, or a hotel owner.
A hotel operator.
Right. So, wow, that is so awesome. So a friend of mine sent me a video from India, sent me a video of during the pandemic, like they were really locked down over there, right?
Mhm.
And I mean for a long time.
Yes.
And if you were caught out on the motorbike, he showed me a video of the police like beating people with a baton, like for being out on, like it's pretty serious over there.
It was, yes. I
Wow.
mean, during COVID, they were really strict, and that's something, when the discipline is there,
Yeah.
and once they find out we got to do something,
Yeah.
even though we are a democratic country, but we
Yeah.
follow suit. We believe in faith a lot, as
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
gods.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, the India is filled with so many gods, so
Yeah. Yeah.
deities and all. I always wanted to be an engineer. Ken, I would break toys. I remember that, to look behind the game, why these things operate like they do operate and all that. So I did mechanical engineering. The government paid for me. So they gave me a stipend, monthly stipend, I remember, and a
Wow.
merit scholarship. That means then my parents didn't have to pay a dime for 5 years of my college.
Wow.
Yeah,
So you went to college. I'm gonna assume that you graduated.
I did. Yes,
Yeah, I
yes.
figured. So you didn't do what that poor guy Bill Gates dropped out.
Poor
So
guy. Oh
yeah,
my,
I know, right?
number
So
one.
so you went through college, you come out, you're an engineer now. Where did you go from there? Did you get an engineering job in India?
Okay, I'm so glad you're talking about, because this is break through the walls.
Yeah.
So let me share with you. I always wanted to really come out here to USA because my uncle came here in 1963. I really admire him a lot. He came here to do his engineering also, but then he and his wife always instilled in me, Vinny, come to America, come to America. So when I graduated in 1969, I wouldn't get the visa. Oh my gosh. I had to
Wow.
go through hoops for year and a half
Wow.
to go through the consulates and try to tell them my story. And I got admitted by the George Washington University in Washington D.C., but the American embassy would not give me the visa. They said, Vinny, you will not come back to India, which they were right. you know but the
Right.
thing was, I really wanted to come here to do my MBA in marketing. I thought having an engineering degree and a marketing degree, great
And this
combination.
is what year? 1960.
This is 69. I graduated
Wow.
from high school 1974. I graduated from my college,
Yeah,
Delhi
yeah,
College of
yeah. Oh, okay,
Engineering.
okay.
Yeah, but then I couldn't come to USA, and all these interviews, this companies came to the campus. Vinny styling, oh no, I don't want to get into these interviews. I'm going abroad, right? Ah, got
Wow.
slapped left and right because I couldn't get the visa. Couldn't get the
Oh my gosh.
I know, and it was
So what happened?
very trying time. I was depressed. I was just feeling really, what to do and everything. And then I went ahead and interviewed again with Larsen Toubro, which is the Reliance Group now, the number one company in India. They are into so many things. I mean,
Yeah.
they are just like the biggest, company there. They did hire me, and I worked for 11 months in Bombay, in Powai West. Some of the listeners who might
Wow.
be watching us also, they might know what I'm talking about. And
Wow.
since I was there from Delhi to Bombay, Vinny never gives up.
Good.
I
Good.
started going to the consulate, US consulate in Bombay now.
Wow. Wow. So okay.
I
So
mean,
you weaseled your way into America.
I did, I did. I did. They were able to give me visa after 11 months. The day I got it, I resigned from the position
Oh
and I
my.
told my mom and dad I'm coming home to Delhi and then to fly out.
Wow. So you came by yourself?
I came by myself actually, and I want to give gratitude to my grandpa because he's the ironical person who brought me and my uncle because he paid for my ticket. My family couldn't afford to pay, and my mom and dad didn't want me to come. Wow. So my grandpa had the vision because he had come to America. He had gone to George Washington University. Can you see how things happen? I can't believe
Wow.
it. This is said 1971. He visited USA, my grandpa, with my uncle. They went to school, and then he was telling me, Vinny, I want to send you. My real name is Vinod. So he paid for my tuition, and it was such a heartwarming that I came here in 1975, December. Wow, long time back.
75. Wow.
Yes,
I was
December.
let's see, I was 7 years old.
I'll be 70 this year.
Oh
70.
my gosh. Look at
70
you.
young. I tell everybody, Vinny's not old. Every birthday, I tell myself, Vinny, you are 1 year younger, 1 year younger.
There you go. Oh my gosh. Your energy, Justin Benton just said, I love your energy. Your energy is phenomenal. It's phenomenal.
Thank you. Thank you.
So you came to America. So you landed in Washington, D.C.
No, no,
Oh,
no.
oh.
I landed in New York because coming from Delhi, I think, Delhi to New York. And then from there, I had to get another plane to go to Washington, D.C. And my
Uh,
uncle and aunt were waiting. Guess what happened? I had $7 in my pocket. That's all I had. That's the only money you could bring into USA at that time.
oh my
And I
gosh.
drank, I think, Coke. I remember that. Right there at the airport, I was thirsty or whatever happened. But then they said, my flight is canceled. What? From New York to Washington, D.C. I think
No.
Delta Airline or something was on strike or something. And I said, no, 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 no. I mean, I got to get to Washington, D.C. My uncle and aunt, they're waiting. I don't have a phone. I have nowhere to contact them.
Oh my gosh. So
They,
hold it. Were you at JFK, LaGuardia?
LaGuardia, LaGuardia.
LaGuardia. Oh, that's a horrible. No offense, but that's like, okay. So you're at LaGuardia Airport in 1975. So this
December
is post
27.
Vietnam War, but there's still a lot of crazy stuff going on in America at the time.
Yes.
Wow, dude. So you're like stuck at the airport.
I'm just going to the counter and talking to everybody, being persistent, right? What I have really learned in my life early on, because I had to go to the consulate and ask them, give me every objection. And then I come back with the solution. Yeah, that's what I did in Bombay for 11 months to get my visa. I got
Wow.
recommendation letters. I got everything they needed so that they could feel good that I'll come back after my MBA. But that's what happened in LaGuardia Airport. As I look back at it now, I was so persistent. They put me in a helicopter. I still
What?
have that vivid image in my mind. I'm the lone guy with the pilot. They take me from LaGuardia Airport to Newark, New Jersey Airport because another flight was leaving in an hour.
They put you on a helicopter. No. Did they really? Oh, and
Truth,
this is this,
real
this
truth.
and
I
this
write
is
it in the book also because it's
hold
so
it.
distinct in my memory. All these bridges, all these lights, this young boy from India, 22 years of age or something, he's looking through, he says, boy, life is good over here. It looks so beautiful.
Did you speak English?
No, I did. I did speak, but nobody could understand me then. Well, people can't understand me still.
Vinny, you crack me up. Oh my gosh. So they put you on a helicopter and fly you to
Newark,
oh my
New Jersey. Newark, New Jersey.
oh my
1 hour.
gosh.
No, I don't know. It's across the bridge. It seemed like half an hour flight, maybe. Seemed like, free flight. I loved it. I said, man, alive.
Oh my gosh, this is unbelievable. So you go to Newark, you get on a plane, you fly to DC,
DC. Yeah.
your aunt and uncle are waiting for
Yep.
you.
Yep. Yep.
I'm
Yep.
sure they were at least a bit concerned.
They were this.
Like, where have you been? We were expecting you. Um, so you get to DC and what happened from there? You go through, I know you went through college or you got your MBA at
George
George
Washington
Washington. Wow.
University. And it's like about April the 7th comes, seven number stays in my life. I don't know why, all the time.
Yeah,
You know,
mine too.
$7,
Mine too.
seven this, seven that. But
Wow.
then my friend said, Vinny, what are you doing for summer? I said, oh, I don't know anything. YK Agarwal is his name. I don't know if he'll ever see me, but that's 44, 45 years back. He said, Vinny, I sold books door to door. Do you want to come with me to earn money for your tuition and things like that? My uncle paid for the first semester, and I thank him for that. He tells
Wow.
me later on he didn't know if he could afford the second and third and all these semesters, but I always wanted to be on my own and
Wow.
get going. But I stayed with them for 2.5 years. Wow.
Wow.
In Rockville, Maryland, Gaithersburg, Rockville, Maryland. And, in Indian culture, you never, never, never charge any money or anything. It was just a pleasure, and they had three daughters, young daughters. I stayed in one of the bedroom and, lodging and food and everything and living with their, as a family member. That was a big, big, my gratitude to them. And,
Wow.
but I went to, sell books. I told my uncle, you know what? This my friend of mine said, he says, Vinny, you're an engineer. What are you talking about? Selling books door to door, knocking on doors?
Wow.
And
Wow.
rest is history. Rest is history. I went to Atlanta, Georgia, got actually I was given seven books. What? How many again? Seven books. Norman Vincent Peale, Think and Grow Rich, How to Win Influence and Win Friends, Magic of Thinking Big, Charlie Tremendous Jones, you name it. The company, they gave us seven books to read right away.
Charlie Tremendous Jones, his
Yes.
daughter, Dr. Tracy Jones, has been on the show and she's a friend of mine.
Oh my gosh, I would
She might
love.
she might be watching. She's
Oh,
awesome.
I would
She
love to
in
meet
fact,
her.
she's tremendous.
She is amazing. I know Charlie. I still have his book. Most of these books, I still have them in my library, in my office for
Wow.
45 years.
Wow.
Magic of Thinking Big by David J. Schwartz. I
Yeah.
mean, you name it. I have them lying around right here, literally. And
Wow.
of course, Eckhart Tolle's book, and of course,
Yeah.
Ken Robert Kiyosaki's book, and
Yeah.
all the great books. But what it was that I was an engineer, my uncle, I thank you, he gave me three checks, signed them, and he says, Vinny, when you are ready to come home, just call me, write down how much you're writing to cash to get fare back.
Oh my gosh.
He didn't
And
do
hold
it
it. So you went to Atlanta to sell books door to door.
door to door. I was in Austell, Georgia, Mableton, Georgia, and Douglasville, Georgia for 3 months. I had no car. And how this company worked, by the way, they'll have like four students from different universities, from George Washington, from Penn State, from Cambridge, all the way, Harvard, Stanford, all these students, who want to learn about sales and talk about breaking through the walls,
Yeah.
of scotomias and the, fear and all those things and rejection. That's what this is. They started this company, Southwestern Company, by the way. Anybody knowing, you could look it up. And they started selling Bibles to Confederate soldiers in 1855. I remember now.
Oh my gosh.
And I sold books for them. They'll teach you in 1 week and then drop you
What?
away from where you live so that you don't come back home until you sell books.
Oh my gosh. So that's called baptism by fire. What's crazy to me is this: is here you are. I mean,
A Hindu,
you're Hindu,
selling
and
Bibles, selling
and you
Bibles.
have this thick accent from India, and you're going door to door in the South selling Bibles as a Hindu. You are officially the greatest sale. Hold it. No, I can't say that yet. Did you make any sales?
Oh my gosh, I made so many sales.
What?
And the reason was
Come on, Vinney, really?
nobody could understand me. So when I knock on the door, they just like me. They say, "Come on in." Literally. I sold so many books. I will get trophies and trophies every weekend or every other weekend when we had
What?
awards. And they said, "Vinny, you smile a lot." Literally 46 years back, that's when they gave me my smile. They took Kumar out. Kumar in Indian language means prince. So my middle name is Vinod Kumar Chopra. They took Kumar out on my trophy. One day I saw a couple of weeks later, they put smile in there. They said, Vinny Smile Chopra. I said, what? I have to live up to my name, brother. So
Oh,
I've been carrying that smile for 46 years. Literally
that's
46 years. It's 2022 right now.
wow. That is crazy. What a crazy, crazy story. So you go out and you're selling books and Bibles and everything door to door in for a company that sold to Confederate soldiers in the South,
Yes.
and you kill it. Like you're just killing it. You're
I
selling, you're winning trophies, you're killing it.
I didn't know what to do. I mean, the thing was they'll drop me at 7:30 and my partner will pick me up at 9:30. So 13 hours a day, I was knocking. Well, take a little bit time for lunch or something, right? But usually 13 hours a day, and I have trophies right there. Those are my most precious up there certificates. I
Uh,
have 80 hours a week. I worked for 3 summers, not one summer. I liked it so much, and I learned so much through rejection and how to be I mean talk to people and use my hands and other stuff and all that stuff, and looking inflection of voice and
yeah,
really breaking the walls of fear, to be
yeah.
truthful, like you said. But I came back next summer with $700 car. I bought a Maverick, a blue Maverick 2-door
Oh my gosh.
used car. And then I came to sell. Where did I go? Oh, second summer, I was in Pulaski, Virginia.
Hold
Near
it. What was the somebody asked, what's the name of the company again?
Southwestern.com. Just go there. Actually, they
Southwestern.com. Wow.
Southwestern, one word.com from Nashville, Tennessee. And you're not going to believe what I'm going to tell later on. I mean, that company has 29 companies now under their umbrella. I was their senior stockholder, little boy that came from India, stayed with that company, and did cut teeth in sales and everything. And so, second summer, I was in Pulaski. Third summer, I was in Aiken, South Carolina. I still remember Goshen's family. Can you believe it? Those names come back to you.
Wait, so you're like okay, so I just 1 second, let's pause. So you stayed in the South
No,
as a Hindu selling Bibles and books door to door in the South for
Three summers.
3 years.
No,
Okay.
3 summers. 3 summers.
Oh, three
Because
summers.
at the end of the summer, I come back to Rockville, Maryland, to my uncle's place, go to school. So
Oh,
this is only in the
yeah.
summer.
I got it. I
Ah,
got it.
yeah,
Yeah.
only in the summer.
Okay, so at least you picked the cooler months to sell in
Yeah.
the South. I'm kidding. That's a joke. It was hot in the South. You're going door to door and it's hot. I can't even imagine like the rainstorms and like all the stuff. Like you had to go through all that every day too. Like,
Yes, and I was in shorts, shirt, a t-shirt and short, because it was just very humbling experience carrying my sales case, you could say, tennis shoes, right? And
wow.
it was a lot of, I don't know, it was fun. I don't know why. I just started enjoying it.
I absolutely love this. So okay, so you graduate with your MBA in marketing. What
Yes.
happened next?
Okay, now comes the time Vinny will be deported. If I don't get a job, I mean, the government visa allows you to only work for 1 year and then you go back to the country you came from. So Vinny's now starting to think through here, take off the cutoffs, shorts. I still remember Columbia, South Carolina. Oh my gosh. Vinny, I've been like a goal setter, right? So
Yeah.
I say, hey, I got to get business suit or something. And I make good money, just to let you know. Ken, I was making $17,000 back then. This is 76, 77, 78 savings in 3 months. In
Jeez.
3 months.
Wow. That's
Not
a
bad.
lot of money back
A lot
then.
of money, a lot of money back then. And
Wow.
I'll pay for my tuition and all that. But then I go to buy suits. I still remember that. This guy, the custom clothing shop I go to, right? I still remember that. And he says, Vinny, he took my measurements, blah, blah. He had some suits there. And I said, I'll come at the end of the day and look at these two suits and I'll pick up. He had 7 to 9 suits over there for me, all different styles and this. And Vinny ended up buying 5 suits, literally.
Wow.
They were cheap. They were cheap. I don't know, 50, 60, $70 maybe or whatever.
Yeah.
Each suit. So I bought 7. I said, did you check me out? Can I afford it? He says, yes, sir, I did.
Wow. Wow. And this
Little
was
did he
in
know I had the deposits of the books in my bank account.
oh my gosh. Wow. So where did things start moving for you?
Okay, what happened was Southwestern had another company in motivational speaking and fundraising for nonprofit and profit organizations. So
Wow.
Vinny got the courage to call the president of that company. I literally remember that. And I said, Mr. So and so, this is Vinny Chopra. You don't know me yet, but I've been working with the sister company selling books, and I've done well, blah, blah, blah. I'm
Right.
looking for a full-time job.
Oh my gosh. And
Yes,
and you
rest is history. Rest is history. I sold the third summer, got interviewed. Then I started in Ohio, I think August 28th of 1978.
what part of Ohio? That's where I am.
Findlay, Ohio.
Finley, that's right. Finley. My wife went to college at Ohio Northern, right down the
Oh,
road
wow. Oh, my
from
gosh.
yeah, right there.
Wow. Wow.
Wow.
No, that was the one. I remember in one bedroom apartment. I remember that I had just a suitcase because I was living with my uncle, right? So he gave me his car. No, I had my own car. I don't know what happened. Oh, I had gotten a Granada, I think, back then. Kind of graduated, right? And then the landlady gave me, she says, where are you going to sleep? I said, on the floor, literally. So she said, oh, I have a foldable metal bed. I still remember that. She says, take this metal bed, you could sleep on it. And
Oh
that
my.
was my office, that was my bed, that was my everything.
And what, so in Finley, what did you end up doing? The working for the nonprofit?
Nonprofit organizations, I started giving speeches, cut my teeth in, speech giving and giving goal setting and motivation so that we could, raise funds for different needs like that.
Wow.
Oh my gosh. I mean,
Were you here during the big blizzard of
I
1978?
was there,
You
1978.
were here?
I was there.
So was I. It was crazy.
It was crazy. I was near Port Clinton, I remember, and my car swung. Oh my gosh, you're
Lord
bringing
have
back my
mercy.
memories, Ken.
That is absolutely insane, man. So I can just see this young Indian guy spinning around in the blizzard. Oh my gosh. So okay, so you're doing motivational speaking
Yes,
stuff.
yes, yes.
Wow.
And what happened was at that time, right about 79, I remember now, and we were ready. I was making good money, by the way. Oh, I was a total failure in that company. I was success at the book sales,
Yeah.
but then you know how the success gets into your head, right?
Yeah.
And you say, oh, I'll do well, this, that. I
Yeah.
didn't follow the scripts. I didn't really follow the training manual. I'm telling you. And then I said, Vinney, why are you a failure now? And then you have to really break through the walls of belief.
Yeah.
And then I said, you know what? I'm going to learn everything to the T. I grew my sales by 181%.
Wow.
181%. I was rising from the bottom of the pile to the top. And that's when our president and CEO said, Vinny, we are looking at expanding out west in California and the West Coast, and we would like to move you there. I
Oh
said,
my.
what? California? The little boy, I was going to be married then. I found my lovely wife 42 years back. This is 1980. We got married in April back
Wow.
there. And then we moved in June to
Hold
the
it. Did you
Bay.
meet her in Ohio?
We met, yeah, her brother lived in Pittsburgh, Monroeville. So
Yeah.
that's how we connected. We didn't date that much. In Indian culture, you don't date, you just go for the kill, right?
So she's Indian too.
She's Indian too. She
Wow.
grew up in India, in 400 kilometer from me in Delhi, in Rajasthan. But then she was in Toronto. Wow. She came at the age of 16. I came
Wow.
to USA at the age of 16, yeah, or something like that. I came at 22, but she was there in Toronto. Then she came to USA and we dated very little. We got married in 6 months. And then we moved out here to the Bay Area, where we have been living for 42 years.
Oh my gosh.
42. We've been married 42 this year, happily married with 2 children, Neil and Monica, our pride and joy. Neil went to
Wow.
Berkeley and electrical engineer, computer science. Monica went to UCLA. So that's little coming through, But
And she's a doctor, I'll bet.
oh no, she's not.
No.
She's into our business. She's taken so much off my shoulder, and she'll
Yeah.
be the next president of our Monil
I
brand.
just saw that you sent me that text message yesterday.
Yes, yes.
Wow.
I'm very
So
proud of her. Very proud of both the kids and my wife.
of course, yes. Anybody that could say they're not proud of their own kids would there'd be something wrong with them. So and I saw the picture. Your daughter's
Wow.
beautiful, and
Thank
you're amazing. So
you.
Vinny, you moved to California and you expanded this motivational speaking thing.
Mhm. Right.
I still don't I haven't wrapped my brain all the way around that, but
Sure.
you're selling motivational speaking seminars. Is that what you're doing?
Seminars and things. Yes,
Okay.
the whole programs, and also getting into real estate now. That's when I cut my teeth
In
My
California.
in California, I didn't know anything about real estate at all. But
What?
my peer circle, when we meet some Indians, they're talking about rental. They're talking about buying a home. One of my very good friend, he passed away now, Jack Kapoor. He was a realtor, a broker, and he said, Vinny, you know what? I'm buying a single family home in Modesto, California. I still remember that. And we said, oh, okay, let's save some money. And we also bought for 11,500 down payment, 6,500, 65,000, sorry, no, $65,000 home, which became 315,000 in value. This is few years later, and I could not believe. I said, "What? Real estate can grow your money that nicely?" I couldn't
Wow.
believe my eyes when I saw that. We took a loan, line of credit of 290,000 or something back then,
Yeah.
Ken, and we bought 3 or 4 homes.
Oh my gosh. And you started renting them.
Renting them in Arizona, in Texas, in Georgia, all over the place. That's where our journey started. We
Oh
kept
my.
on saving money, my wife and I, and we said, let's just get into single family homes. And I think we had close to 20 or more homes all over. But then I became a broker. I'm just going to
Yeah.
consolidate because
Yeah.
otherwise we'll be on this show for 2 days.
I'm good with that.
Never.
I'm kidding. Go
Thank
ahead.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So that's when I became a broker. I'm still an active broker in
Wow.
in California. 2005, I became broker. And who asked me to? My wife. My wife has been an icon in my success, you know. And she says, you know so much about real estate. Just learn it and go for the broker exam. And I passed it just like that, first try,
Wow.
and then the time was, what do I go with my license, right? So then I got into multifamily, into hotels, into office space leasing. But multifamily caught my attention. Logical mind, I said, oh my gosh, I have so many homes all around, different property management companies I'm managing, there are different roofs, different residents. How about if I combine all that under one roof? It just made sense, totally
Yeah.
made sense. That's 15, 16 years back. And I
Wow.
said, I want to learn everything about everything on multifamily. I mean, I didn't know about cash on cash or LOI, letter of intent. My good friend wrote it on a napkin, literally.
Wow.
What is letter of intent? I came home and I Googled it and I learned it. So then I bought a course. Then I paid a lot of money, $120,000, to have the top coach in USA teach me.
Wow.
I love that. I always have believed, let's go to the top of the
Yeah.
mountain,
Yes.
get to the top of the people who can shorten my curve, I call it, right?
Yeah.
Of
Yes.
learning. And now I have my own academy and I'm making millionaires in my academy because I'm teaching the same principles and all the tools I've developed over 15 years.
So, and I don't want to fast forward too
No,
much, but
no,
I want the audience to know that you are in multifamily and assisted living facilities. You just
yes,
didn't you tell me you just built 2 facilities down in like Fort Myers area?
yes, yes,
A-
yes, yes.
a- and you have a total of somewhere in the vicinity of $650 million in real estate assets.
Yes,
Danny,
soon to be 800 million, then
what?
billion, and then 2 billion is my goal additional this decade. So because
Oh,
we are building left and right, like you said, seniors, I'm a senior now, there is a wave going through silver tsunami in USA and across the world where population is maturing. Baby boomers, 10,000 baby boomers are turning 65 every night, every single night
oh
in
my,
USA up to 2031. What? 2031, still 9 more years to go when the last baby boomer will be turning into 65 plus. So there is a big need for assisted senior living. There is senior housing of condominiums and golf courses and gated communities where people can afford bigger,
Yep.
higher level. Then there is assisted living and memory care, dementia, where I am with my partner. We are building them ground up with libraries in there, with movie theaters, with spas, with salons, with dining halls, billiards, grand pianos, and one story, no elevators. And we
Wow.
built in Cape Coral, in Punta Gorda, Barrett Island, Jacksonville, Palm Bay separate, Sebastian separate, Claremont, and we are building all over Williamsburg, Virginia. So our
Wow.
mission is to spoil the generation that has spoiled us.
Wow. 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 I don't even know. Like, wow. You are just okay. So let's put this into perspective for people watching.
Yeah.
If you just joined, um, you should have been here earlier because wow. But you came to America with $7 to your name,
Yes, sir.
and you got stuck at LaGuardia Airport trying to get to your aunt and uncle in DC. You still only had $7, maybe less because you
Let's
bought a
go.
Coke. You bought a Coke, and you're stuck at the airport with less than $7 in your pocket, and you now are on your way to owning $1 billion in real estate assets.
Thank you.
Holy moly.
Thank you.
So Vinney, um, my question for you is this. I've been I've been homeless. I've been broke as all get out. When you look around at today's entitled society, I'm not saying everybody is, but there's a huge portion that's entitled. Um, what are your thoughts? What do you think about these people that aren't willing to put in the work and the effort? What do you think about that?
It crunches me. It really gives, it makes me sad, really, because everybody's got two hands. I've seen people who have no hands, but still they are really very productive member of the society,
Yeah.
and they're able to paint with their feet. I've seen videos, and a lot of people know. I mean, God brought us here on this world for a purpose, a huge purpose, and that is to give the best of the best version of us. I say we are the CEO of our life. We are the ones, even though we have the worst of the worst circumstances, we can decide who we want to be tomorrow. See, the thing
Mm,
is, the past really kills us. It impedes us. It just puts shutters over our eyes, and we say, we want to stuck in the past. We don't want to. Past is ashes, literally ashes. Who would take ashes and smother all over their face? Nobody should. And that's what past is. We should learn from the past. We should try and try and try. If we fail, so what? Try again. And I mean, Edison didn't really get the light bulb first time. That was
right.
40, 50,000 times of trying. He was able to get that light bulb. If he didn't invent the bulb, we wouldn't be, sitting in the rooms and all at night. So
Yeah.
Colonel Sanders started at 66. What? Kentucky Fried Chicken. I mean, so the age has no meaning in my mind. I'm setting goals for my next 30 years. I'm 70. I'll be in August 70 years. I want to live 200 years. And how can I do that is to align myself every day and make sure I exercise, I eat right, I pay gratitude, and do the miracle morning like Hal Elrod, our good friend, has
Yeah.
written the book Miracle Morning, and pay gratitude and get excited and be a productive member of the society. So that's all I would like to say. I like to, help others to really be self-sufficient. See, it's not good to just give some people to make them non-productive, but
Yeah.
we should show them the ways how they can be productive and be a better member of the society.
Wow. So when it comes, and I ask every guest this question, in your opinion,
Yeah.
what do you think is holding people back from two different things, but I do think they're related? And that's number one, true financial success, and
Mhm.
number two, happiness, freedom. And there, I look, there's two sides of the coin, a debate where people are like, well, you don't need money to be happy. That's true. I believe that. However, having money makes a miserable situation better. Like,
Yes, yes.
it just does. So what do you think is holding people back besides fear? That's the number one answer. But what else? What do you think stops people?
I think what stops people is their mindset. I think many times we get stuck with the things that we have learned, or the naysayers, I call them, because lots of people around us are always not believing in us. We got to believe in ourselves. We got to shatter and come out of the chains that we think our mind has put into. And the thing is, how can we, I wrote that book, Positivity Brings Profitability,
Yeah.
because of that, because we need to adjust our mindset. We spend so much time and money in eating from the tongue down, stomach, to get energy, but we don't spend time and money above the tongue. I say that. And
Wow.
that's so true, because we need to really, and it's all free: podcast, YouTube, Google. I mean, anybody can learn anything and get motivated and look at whatever situation you are in. You want to get out of it, out of stress, out of misery. You could just put that question to the universe, you'll get the answer. And the people in the YouTube will teach you what to do. Then follow it. See, the problem I have is people like to just read and listen, but don't act.
Amen. 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 And amen.
That's the problem. That's the biggest problem. We live in the past so tightly. We don't let go the past. See, 30 seconds back, what happened? I cannot change it. Nobody can change it. So why to worry about the 30-second back, or 30 months back, or 30 years back? What we are today, we could change the next 30 seconds, next 60 seconds, and that's what it's all about. And Tony Robbins and Luke Wren, my good friend, business coach for Tony Robbins, and Jim Rohn. I mean, all these great people, right? What do
Yeah.
they talk about? They talk about adjust your mind, set up victory here, because if we manifest victory here, everything will be victorious. Law of attraction, law of abundance, law of manifestation, they are universal laws, and they're happening 24/7, 365. Whether we believe in it or not, it's our choice.
Amen. So true. Wow. That was pure fire that you just spoke. It's so true.
I really believe that, everybody can be better tomorrow. And just like Tony Robbins said, like this, if you want a change, one has to be doing within. Nobody from outside can change us. Nobody. I cannot change anybody. Nobody can change anybody. It's us. When we start putting fingers out to other circumstances, what other peoples are dictating my success,
Yep.
look at. God gave us three fingers back. I mean, we are pointing this way, three are coming at us, and we are the only reason why we are not doing what we need to do. We are the ones. We are the ones. And if we just enjoy the process, if you want to be happy, if you want to be balanced, if you want to be really, really terrific in life, the rest of this, we are very insignificant human beings. We are. I mean, everybody's replaceable.
Yeah.
Everybody, everybody. And in the timeline, I say that always, we are a dot. 100 years, if we live in dinosaur years, we are not even on the line.
No.
So why are we worried about? Why do we have this big egos?
Wow.
See, I just feel like we should just check out the shatter the egos, forgive and forget, and be healthy and give the best we can to everybody around us every single moment, every single day,
And
and grow a better person.
you're and you are the epitome of that. This morning I've got a guy. I don't know if you're a billionaire yet or not, but you're definitely close if you're not. And you're texting me a screenshot of one of my podcasts most recently with Dr. Ruby, and you said I'm listening to Dr. Ruby right now. Wow, she is amazing. I'm getting so fired up to be on your show, brother. And you sent me that text message, and I'm like, wow, this guy, that's what I mean. You bring, and it starts right there. It starts right there. The thoughts that you're having, and you bring that to everything that you do.
I'm crying.
You bring that though to
I'm
everything,
humbled.
Vinney.
I'm humbled. Ken, I just am so fortunate to have the life that I have. And I think it's because of all the people around me. I mean, who I am today, it's a combination of so many mentors, so many books, and so many people who have taught me and given me the lifestyle and the knowledge and all the things that I know. And I mean, this life is so short, and we need to really get the grip of this life today.
Mm,
We got to, because if we don't act, if we don't change, then why are we here?
mm.
We got to find the purpose. We got to find, I mean, there is always, and if we don't find it, let's go to the mountaintop and find it.
Oh, my God. Let's go. Let's go. It breaks my heart that, knowing that people were glued to their TV sets during the pandemic, watching CNN and listening to all of the negativity and committing suicide, ending their lives on this planet when there's so much more to give, so
Yes.
much more to left for each one of us to bring.
Yeah.
And everybody, Vinney, tell everybody that they can also own $650 million in real estate. Tell them.
They can. I mean, I'm telling you, the future is so bright of real estate, especially in USA and around the world, actually, because there is so much need, there is so much shortage, and we can add value to buying small property from a duplex, a fourplex, an eightplex, 14plex. And I just learned the syndication world early on, 14 years back, which is harnessing the other people's money. Syndication is so simple. Finding a great deal and adding all the investors in a legal way to get bigger and bigger and bigger assets.
Yeah.
There is 20, no, $32 trillion, $32
Wow.
trillion dollars in retirement funds in USA alone.
Wow.
And there is so much opportunity in student housing, in mobile home parks, in storage units, in industrial, in hotels, in multifamily, which I speak all the time, in assisted senior living and memory care, you name it. There is so much out there. And industrial, I didn't talk about that. And this there are so many other developments in sports arenas and other things. And my good friend, we are talking about pickleball, I think is another new term I just found out. Can you believe it? Pickleball, yeah. Dave is going to be excited to hear that.
Oh
It's
my gosh.
tennis and the squash. I think it's a middle size.
Yeah,
Got introduced to pickleball, guys. And
it's huge in the retirement communities. Oh my Lord. You know, my wife is on here. She said you need to be teaching. You are. You have an academy. You're teaching this stuff. So, wow. Troy Aberley, who's a Bob Proctor coach, he said, I must meet this man. You are inspiring, sir. Thank you, Ken, for being surrounded by amazing people. Vinney, I'm going to publicly announce I am going to be doing an event this year, and I want you to speak at it. I want you to come and speak at my event. You're
oh,
you're
thank you.
you're amazing.
Oh,
Amazing.
thank you, Ken.
It,
Thank you.
like I am man, I am blown away by you, and I think everybody watching is. Vinny, where can people learn more? What website address can people learn more about you and your academies and everything about you?
Oh, I'm just a humble man. Ben, Ken, I'm Vinney Chopra, V as in Victor, Inney, Chopra, like Deepak Chopra. I'm no close to
Are
him.
you guys relate? Is he your cousin?
No, we're not. We're not. I sometimes say, yeah, we are cousins, but no.
So is it like vinnychopra.com?
VinneyChopra.com, and you could Google me. I also have two international top selling books: Syndication Made Easy by Vinney Chopra, Vinney Smile Chopra, and Positivity Brings Profitability. My third book is coming out on senior living investing made easy, because I know this decade is belonging to the senior population in housing and all that. But again, I'm on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, you name it.
You're everywhere, and that's one of the things I love about you is you're I talk about this a lot in my talks, and it's about taking action. I didn't go to college. I didn't even graduate high school. And I've written 7 books, and I'm writing an 8th book right now.
Wow,
I'm an action taker. I don't sit on things. I just go.
that's it.
Sometimes the answer is no, I'm not doing it, period. That's the end of the sentence. And then sometimes it's like, yes, I'm doing it. And I stomp on the gas and I go. And you are exactly the same way, I can tell.
Ken, one thing I would love to talk to the audience about is take out the word or, but change that to and. So you say, I can do this or this or this or this or this, but change that to I can do this and this and this and this and this. Our whole
Mm.
life will be different.
Yes.
Our whole life will be different. I'm telling everybody, please try that. Never limit your capabilities, because our brain is so small and we use only 7% of the brain in our whole lifetime. But we can use and we can compartmentalize, we can delegate, and we can do so many things. And that's what I've been practicing and I've been trying to. I'm not there yet, but I want to do this and this and this and this and this, all that. And we all can do it.
Wow. And look at your energy at 69 years young.
Yes. My
I
wife
love
will
it.
like this. She always says that, Kanchan, she says, you're 69, you're not 70 yet. I'm gonna be
Oh,
like this when I'm 80, Ken. We need to do it again, brother. We'll
you're going to be like
celebrate.
this when you're 100. I can just
I know,
tell.
yes. I'll invite all my followers, all my great friends. I'll throw a big party at 100. I will.
I
Promise.
love it. I love it, love it, love it. So everybody watching, please go to vinnychopra.com. It's scrolling across the bottom of the screen. Go to vinnychopra.com and check out Vinney. I'm sure all of your social media is linked on your website. Follow him on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. Subscribe to his channel. Learn. Go buy his courses. Go invest in yourself. Buy his real estate courses. Learn how to improve your life starting now, right? Freaking now. Go. Vinney, I love you, man. You're amazing.
Ken, I'm humbled. Thank you for inviting me and bringing to your world. I'm so appreciative. I'm so thankful. I can't tell you, brother. And looking forward to seeing you in Florida. I'm going to invite you. We'll have fun. And if you're in California, if you're in the Bay Area, please come and we'll have supper together in our lovely home here with the grace of God. We are doing,
Wow.
yeah.
Wow, wow, wow. My wife said getting his books. She's following you. So my wife will probably send you a friend request on Facebook just
I
for
would
you.
love to, love to.
Yeah.
It'd be my pleasure.
Vinny, you are amazing. You're contagious. You're infectious. Your energy, your smile, your glow, your everything about you. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. I'm so grateful to have had you on today.
Oh,
Everybody go follow Vinny right now. Vinny, thank you. Stay with me if you would. I'm
sure.
going to end the show. It's going to feel like I left, but I didn't. We'll be back. I'm going to end the live stream.
Thank
Thank you to everybody who's
thank you,
watched.
everybody. Thank you for your comments. I
Oh.
didn't get to read them, but thank you. I'll be watching this show after this. What did I talk about?
There's so many people saying they're following you. Already sent you a friend request. You are loved. Vinny, thank you so much. Everybody, thank you. And if you haven't shared this out, redeem yourself right now. Put out amazing energy for your life and the lives of those around you and share this out. Let the whole world experience Vinny Smile Chopra. Vinny, thank you so much. God bless you. God bless you all. Have a great day. Thank you, Vinny.
Thank you.